Hi, this is Rajesh Chatterjee, founder and CEO of Delipad IT. Delipad is your authorized Salesforce implementation partner. So we have started a series where we are actually talking about Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and Marketing Cloud. This particular video where I'm going to tell you what is Service Cloud in Salesforce, okay, and how it works, how it can help the business to manage their tickets, okay. So let's begin. So by the name only you understand Service Cloud means it provides service to the customers. Okay. So Service Cloud is a typical ticket management system that Salesforce provides. Why do you need ticket management system? Any business that you run, if they have their customers who have to raise their concern regarding the product or the services or any issues, right? So the customer can come from different channel. When, let's say, you as a customer, you want to raise your concern to the company saying that this product is not working, what are the channels that you can follow? You can follow through email. A case can be raised through an email. A case can be generated through a website. Like, I as a customer can go to the website and can, fill in the form saying, hi, I got this problem, right? So a case can be generated from website. A case can also be generated through phone call. Like, business, they used to have like toll-free number. And when the customer, they calls that toll-free number, the calls gets landed into to an agent, and that agent gets logged inside Salesforce Service Cloud, right? So they receive the call. We do have something called soft phone, okay, which is basically kind of a dialer which gets integrated inside Salesforce. So whenever a call lands in, that call lands into Salesforce Service Cloud, and the agent immediately pick up the call right from the Service Cloud, right? So these are the different channel, and sometime the customer is having like some premium customer, right? They used to give a portal, right? A community portal where the customer can come and log in with their username and password, and they can raise their ticket right from there, right? So these are the different channel what we get to see where the customers, they raise their tickets, and whatever is called ticket is basically a case inside Salesforce. So Salesforce, I think you heard this, you watched the Sales Cloud video of mine where you have seen that Sales Cloud, I'm talking about leads. What is lead? Lead are basically people who are interested to buy the product. Now the lead it has to be nurtured by some sales executive. The lead who is just interested to buy the product cannot simply come and pay the money, right? Somebody has to go do the follow-up, do the job, and then the lead gets, they pay the money. Similarly, case is also a concern that comes from the customer. Whatever it was a lead, from lead it becomes a customer, and that customer is raising the case, the ticket. See, that's the benefit of using Sales and Service Cloud together. The customer data which is there in Sales Cloud, it's the same login, right? It's not a different software. So when the Service Cloud comes to the picture, same customer data which is already there in the Salesforce CRM can actually be accessed by the service agent. So they don't have to maintain a different login credential to find the Sales Cloud customer data and Service Cloud ticket data. No, it's the same credential. Correct? So same login, the sales agent can also see the leads and the customer data. Service agent can also, access the customer and their tickets. Who will raise the ticket? The customer will raise the ticket, correct? So the customer data is already there in the Salesforce CRM. So customer who is already there in the Salesforce CRM, suppose they have raised their ticket from phone call, from email, from website, or from a portal, or sometimes we do chat also, right? All these things is been supported by Salesforce, by the way, Salesforce Service Cloud. Like if the customer is raising their concern through the website chat, that is also supported by Salesforce. Okay. So once the case is created, what is next? Like I said, lead and case both are pretty much similar. Lead also has to be nurtured by some sales executive. Case also has to be nurtured by some service executive. So the case gets routed to a service executive. Now Salesforce Service Cloud, Salesforce has a good feature called Omni Channel, which is a very easy to configure kind of a thing, which as an admin, you can easily configure for your business. The Omni Channel basically divides the task between these service executives, right? So let's say there are 5 service executives have logged in from their Salesforce login, like Service Cloud login. They're from five different computer, 5 different systems. So the Omni Channel will find who is available out of these 5 people, and whoever is available can actually get the ticket. We can also set up that the agent cannot go unavailable every time. That is also can be configured. Okay, so but Omni Channel basically it's a very much used in the Service Cloud, where it determines whoever is available, which agent is available, they used to get the tickets. Get it? So let's say I am an agent, I got already 5 tickets, I don't want to receive another tickets, right? I can make myself unavailable, the rest of the people will receive the tickets. Or let's say business want the agent should go and pick up the case. Like there's a accept or reject case. Like if I click on the pickup case, the case will be landed into my queue, right? So all these things are pretty much configurable through Omni Channel. Right? So your case has been created, your case has been assigned to the service executive. What is next? First of all, Salesforce provide 2 different method which is widely used for most of the customer, that is called web to case and email to case. Web to case is a feature through which a case can be created right from the website. Email to case is a feature, it's just 2 minutes of configuration that you have to do inside Salesforce, which will allow your business to receive the cases right from an email. Like you see this support@dailypad.com or support@somecompany.com. Right? So whenever you send an email to that support email, it actually creates a case inside Salesforce. And we will see in the next video how to configure this email to case. It's just a very simple job through which you as an admin can configure it right inside Salesforce Service Cloud, and the case will be created right whenever an email comes to that particular email address. Right? So once the case has been created, assigned to the executive, and then there is something called service level agreement starts. What is service level? What is SLA basically? See, SLA means whenever a ticket management system is coming into the picture, this is very important thing for a ticket management system, that who is spending how much time on the cases. Right? You have seen that, sometime when you create a case, when you try to raise your concern, whatever product service you have bought, right? You get an email that your concern will be resolved by our executive in 24 hours or 2 days or 3 days, whatever. So that's called SLA. So whenever a customer comes in, their concern has to be responded by the customer, by the executive in 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever you define. That can be defined inside Salesforce. There's a feature called Milestone, which you as an admin can go and configure it. Nothing to write code, okay? Just configurable thing. So you as an admin can go and configure the milestone, which will allow the sales executive to respond to the case on a certain time. If the sales executive failed to respond on the certain time, if the milestone breach, it automatically escalates. It automatically sends an email. I mean, we have to configure it definitely as an admin, but this feature can send an email to the manager saying, hey, your subordinate has missed the case to close. Correct? So milestone is a very important feature that, and milestone can be configured in a very minute level. Like recently I was helping a customer. This was basically a healthcare customer. Okay. So the healthcare customer was basically using the Service Cloud for their internal service. Like they had almost, 3,000 employees. Okay. So all their internal employees, whatever ticket they raise, it gets created inside Salesforce Service Cloud. It is not for their customer, for their internal employees. Right? And whenever the ticket gets created inside Salesforce, it gets assigned to the service executive. So let's say I as an employee, I'm creating a case saying that I need a visa to travel to US, right? And that case gets landed into somebody's queue. Somebody will help me. Now that person, like whoever is helping me, has to close my ticket within 72 hours. That is called SLA. Okay. And that's very important if somebody is trying to solve a particular ticket. And that's what is called milestone. So we as an admin can configure this 72 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, or whatever, all right, in a very minute level. And we can also determine that whenever a case gets closed within 24 hours, if again the customer reply back in the email saying, hey, wait, hold on a minute, my case has not been closed, then the case would be automatically going back to the open status. So that is a part of Service Cloud job. Okay. So what happens is a case gets created. There's a status of the case which determines what is the status of that particular case. Initially, the status could be, let's say, new. Then whenever the case get assigned to an agent, the status of the case become assigned. From assigned, let's say the service executive is asking for some document from the customer, and the executive is waiting for the customer to get back. then the status of the case would be what? Waiting for the customer. And then finally it got resolved status. And then if the customer do not reply back within 24 hours, the case automatically gets closed and the status become closed. This is the typical, Service Cloud model that how it works, right? Some customers, they prefer to change these case statuses in a automations way. For an example, if I give you my example, right? I was helping a customer implementing the Service Cloud, and the customer said that, Rajesh, make sure the status of the case would not get changed by the executive. It should get changed automatically. How? First, it become new whenever the case gets landed into the Salesforce. Then it become assigned. Then it become waiting for the customer. When the customer replies back through an email, by the way, Salesforce Service Cloud has an awesome feature where, the agent can talk to the customer through an email right from Salesforce. They don't have to switch back to Gmail, Outlook, or some other, email system, right? So, the agent is actually talking to the customer right from Salesforce screen. Right. So the customer that I'm talking about had a requirement where they say that if, let's say, the status is waiting for the customer, suppose I'm an agent, I'm asking some document from my customer and I made the status as waiting for customer. That can be done manually. Whenever the customer reply back through that email, like, hey, this is my document, check this out, the status of that case should be automatically in progress again. And then the milestone should start again. Whenever it is in progress, right? Whenever a case become in progress, it has to be responded to the customer within, let's say, 2 hours. All these are minute level of automation that can be done within Service Cloud. Most of it, I'm telling you, is just through configuration. But yeah, there are certain things where you have to write code, Apex code to make it happen. But most of it just through configuration. This milestone part I'm talking about, the automatically case status change thing I'm talking about, all this thing can be done just through configurations. Okay, let me talk about the next feature of Service Cloud. Is called knowledge base. That's a very helpful, that's again a very mandatory kind of a thing. Okay, so let's say, think about this. Okay, suppose there's a call center. You have a call center, a business has a call center that is running, and the call center has, suppose, 100 agents. Each and every single agent is there inside Salesforce. Now, let's say I, as an agent, I just have joined the team today or like few days back. I don't have much idea about what I should respond. In that case, Salesforce has a feature called knowledge base, where the business can actually feed the knowledge, right? It's kind of a AI system where you can feed in the knowledge. Like, if the customer is looking for payment refund, then look for payment refund, you get the, text that you have to reply back to the customer. If the customer is looking for where is my invoice, look at this particular document, you can reply, right? So business, you as an admin can auto feed that system saying, this is what my knowledge base. If I as an executive get stuck somewhere, I can go to my knowledge base and quickly check about the knowledge. And guess what? This can also be automated. Okay. So like an example, let's say the customer is actually shooting an email saying, hey, where is my invoice? Whenever that case get created through this email to case thing, right? What happens is the knowledge base will automatically fetch the particular knowledge, okay, regarding the invoice. So invoice related, whatever knowledge is there, Salesforce knowledge management system will be able to, showcase that particular article to the service agent. So this is another feature of Service Cloud where a knowledge base can help the agent to find out that particular knowledge and talk confidently in front of the customer. That's all inbuilt, like out of the box feature of Salesforce. Finally, once the ticket is closed and all the knowledge management system, everything helps out, right? The most important thing is the reporting. Why people invest so much of money on Salesforce is because Salesforce has a huge and very easy to configure report capability. You as a business do not have to buy again the Microsoft BI tool or any other reporting tool again, okay, like Tableau and all. Salesforce has its inbuilt reporting capabilities, which will give you the data in just your fingertip. How? Let's say business wanted to see how many cases got escalated where Rajesh was the agent. Business wanted to see how many cases got created where the customer is looking, facing a problem with this particular product. Right? How many cases are still in queue? How many cases are in progress? How many cases are not yet closed? Every single data you as an admin can just populate in a report and show it to your business. right? So reporting is also a configure thing. Okay, no need to, we don't have an option to write code in reporting. It's just drag and drop thing. All right, so let me summarize what we discussed in the Service Cloud. Service Cloud is a ticket management tool which will help the business to manage their ticket inside Salesforce. Sales Cloud has already the customer data, all the customer transaction activities, history, everything. Service Cloud under the same umbrella will help the executive to find out the customer data, which is already there in the database, and to find out the cases raised by that particular customer. One customer can raise multiple cases, by the way, right? So Service Cloud is a ticket management system provided by Salesforce, which will onboard the case, assign the case to a particular agent through Omni Channel, through automation, through manually, whatever business is needed. And then that case get resolved. All the status has been tracked. All the milestone SLA has been tracked. Finally, once the case gets closed, customer gets an email automatically saying, hey, your case gets closed. If you want to, open it back again, reply to that email. So these are the automations, what we do in the Service Cloud. And finally, we do a report and dashboard, which allows the business to see the data in a proper single screen. Like there are suppose a millions of cases get created last week, right? I don't want to see all the data. I just wanted to see how many cases got created yesterday and how many are still on pending. So that's a report feature which we as an admin can configure and can bring it to the business. All right, so that's all about Service Cloud. Maybe in the next video, I'm just going, whatever I explained to you theoretically in this particular video, I'm just going to go and configure all this process one by one, step by step, and I'm going to show you how to configure it. This is all very easy to configure thing. You as a non-IT person or a business owner, if you want to do it for your business, you want to give a try. By the way, Salesforce provides a free developer edition, okay, where you can try this out in a free developer. If you think that this is working out, you can go and take the premium version of it, right? And if you need my help to configure your business Service Cloud process, right, reach out to us. Okay, thank you very much. See you in the next video.